Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Trevor.
Hi, I'm Dylan.
And we're the owner and operators of Aesthetic Climbing Gym here in Lake Forest, California. And we want to introduce to you the Climb Knowledge series, where we're looking to share the information that we've learned in the past 12 years of our climbing experience with all of you new climbers out there. And today, specifically for this Climb Knowledge series episode, we're going to discuss climbing holds and the types of grips that you will see in the climbing gym. Dylan, you want to lead us off here?
I'll start us off. Well, to start off, we have our Jugs. Now, Jugs are really good holds to warm up on. You'll find them on your anywhere from a VB or V beginner all the way up to even a V4, depending on the feature that you're on. A jug is any kind of hold that you're going to be able to get a full grip on. You're not just holding on with your fingertips, you're going to be able to get a good grip on it and really feel secure while climbing.
Yeah, absolutely. One of my big personal favorites are pinches. These are holds that require the use of your thumb, and you gotta just squeeze real hard while you're holding onto this. You could even match, that means putting two hands on one hold here. And that's where you're just gonna be real secure once you're engaging that crab-like pinch maneuver. And then also slopers. These are by far my personal favorite. These holds are smooth or rounded surfaces where you don't necessarily have an edge or a positive grip. You need to maximize your surface area of your hand on that hold and just pull everything you can. These ones are often quite frustrating for people, but it's a great entry level if you're even looking to go outdoors climbing. Those are some of my favorite kind of holds. Dylan, what are some other types that we'll see in the climbing gym?
Well, my personal favorites come down to crimpers, or anything that you're holding on with just the edge of your fingertips. Pretty much your last digit on your knuckles on your fingers are going to be what a crimper is. Now, crimpers and edges are two very similar types of holds. Crimpers tend to be, if you can see here, a little bit smaller, and you can hold a crimper two types of ways. You can either hold it with an open hand crimp, where your hand is open like this, or you can do a closed hand crimp, where you wrap your thumb over your finger and you'll get really secure doing this. I only really suggest doing closed hand crimping when you are pulling down really hard and you need to make it to that next move desperately. Edges, on the other hand, can be anything from a single digit to a few digits wide, and you hold it similar to a crimper. As you can see here, it looks quite similar. You can do open hand or closed hand. This hold in particular is what we call a dual text, where you have a shiny part here that has no texture and is really slippery, and then you have this nice grippy section up top. And now that is to ensure that you don't try and use the hold any other way that the setter intended, and that you'll be able to hold on to it just the way it was meant to. Now, after edges, we are going to be looking onto these holds right over here. So Trevor, what kind of hold is that?
This is a pocket, so this is a more advanced type of climbing hold. You don't see them too often in our facility because they tend to cause injuries, but these are where they're going to isolate just two digits. So with this one, you can notice how I just slide my middle finger and my ring finger into that deep pocket right there. You can also probably use your thumb to get a super good grip. For a setting background, the person that's putting the holds on the wall, this is great to force movement. So this is really where you can teach more advanced level techniques and create really gymnastic movements in overhanging features or even on vertical walls. And you know, for myself, I always want to make sure that I'm nice and warm before I jump onto these. And the hold Dylan was holding earlier, this is more isolated, where it's like a two-finger pocket. Most people like to use their index finger and their middle finger. And these again are just advanced level holds that you'll typically see on more difficult routes as you get more into climbing. So moving on from pockets, there's a couple other styles of holds that we'll see here. And Dylan, what is the next style that we're going to talk about?
We're going to be looking at foot chips. Now, foot chips are just what they sound like. They're for your feet. You'll see them littered all throughout the climb, from the beginning to the very end. Now, sometimes, depending if you're on, say, like a slab feature, you could use foot chips to create your whole route because they're so small, and that's tend to what you find on a slab climb. But the foot chips really help you get yourself into comfortable positions, different body angles and stuff like that, and really are key part to setting climbs in the indoor climbing gym.
Absolutely.
After that, we have what we like to call a screw-on. And now screw-ons can be anything from an edge, a jug, a crimper, to even slopers. But a screw-on we put on with just screws. So that you can see these different kinds of holes here. And that was, we put the angle on wherever we want it and just screw it onto the wall, and it works out great.
And that sums up this episode for the Climb Knowledge series here at Aesthetic Climbing Gym today. Again, my name's Trevor, and
I'm Dylan.
And thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. Be sure to click the subscribe, the like, and turn on the notification button. And go ahead and please leave any comments or questions or feedback that you might have. And look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Take it easy, guys. Cheers.